evening YouTube, X-File 2708 back again with another video. As you can tell from the thumbnail, we've had a little bit of a meet-up last weekend. Very quick overview as to how this came about. Sammy G, everybody knows Sammy G's World of Cinema. Very good friends with Sam, both on YouTube and in general outside of YouTube as well. Speak regularly over Messenger. I'm one of the lucky people that gets long voice messages from Sam, seeing how I am and talking about football and everything else. So absolute salt of the earth guy. Everybody knows Sam. Everybody loves him to bits. Absolutely fantastic lad. Sam got in touch a few weeks ago, said looking at a trip across to the northeast very shortly. Be awesome to meet up with you if you and Lewis are up for it. I jumped at the chance. I've been friends with Sam for probably a year, coming up to a year and a half potentially now, really since I started doing the movie side of things on my channel as opposed to retro gaming, which is what I used to do. So I speak to Sam regularly, but we hadn't met in person, so jumped at the opportunity. I suggested to Sam as well, Nige, aka Rock God 2004, said Nige is only 10-15 minutes from where I am, so why don't we have a get together, me, you, Nige and Lewis. We'll go across to Middlesbrough for the afternoon. There's a couple of CX stores there, there's a HMV, and we'll just have a meet up and a good catch up. So that's how it all came together. So we got together last Saturday afternoon, so I do apologise Sam for not putting the video up before. I know Sam's already put a video up showing what he got from the weekend and talking about it as well. Lewis has been busy doing his revision with it being the Easter holidays, and he's gallivanting out and about. He's just disappeared off to quiz night with his mum, so I had been trying to get him to do the video with me as well, because he picked up half a dozen items while we were out and about as well. But he's a busy teenager, so he said, just do the video while I'm out tonight if you want, Dad. So there we go, here I am. So yeah, met up with Sam and Nige on Saturday afternoon. Absolutely fantastic time. Like I say, we did a couple of CXs, did HMV. We were out and about in the town. It was a lovely warm day. I think it was up to like 20 degrees or something. So, hoodie was off. Sun was out. Tats were out, as they say. I was loving it. Me and Nige were having a good laugh. Good laugh with Sam as well. Was absolutely brilliant. HMV, I'm pretty sure next time I go in there, we're going to receive a ban from the store, thanks to Nige. When we got down to the bottom floor of HMV in Middlesbrough, which is where the majority of the movie side of things are with HMV, Nige decided to let one go, and my God, Nige was pissing himself because I was in my wheelchair. I was trying to scurry away as quickly as I could. I was coughing. I was trying not to be sick. It was that bad. I do apologise if you're eating your tea, by the way. But it's something that, even though it was a complete gross out moment, it was one that had us laughing hysterically for a while afterwards. And, to top it all off, we went back in the lift, which, bearing in mind, it's only, it says it's probably a 6-person lift, but you've got me, my wheelchair, Lewis, Nige, who's, you know, a big lad, as you know, and Sam trying to get into a lift, and Nige is coming into the lift trying to squeeze another one out. Can you imagine being stuck in the lift when Nige has let one go? Oh my God! Honestly, we'd have got out that lift and I'd have puked on the floor in HMV. So, if anyone that watches these videos was in HMV, I do apologise on Nige's behalf. It wasn't pleasant, needless to say. But yeah, overall an absolutely fantastic afternoon. I think, you know, we were together for probably 4 hours, 4.5, something like that. Absolutely brilliant time. Lots of laughs were had. Put the world to rights and all that good stuff. So yeah, it was an absolute pleasure, Sam. So thank you for taking the time to come across and meet up with us. And it really was a fantastic afternoon that we'll look forward to doing again as and when schedules allow. So there we go, link to Sam's channel, link to Nige's channel, obviously link to Lewis's as well, all in the description. Absolutely fantastic channels. Obviously Nige and Sam, really good friends of mine, and you know, big active people within the movie community. Majority of people will know about those guys already, but if for some really obscure reason you don't, then head over via the links in the description and show them some support with a sub. So, without further ado, 6 minutes and I haven't shown you what I brought yet. So, let's get straight into it, guys. So, as I said, first stop before we were nearly ejected from HMV. These were in the HMV sale. So, I had gone in looking for one particular title that I'd seen on Kermit's Ghost, Alan's video earlier on in the week, which was a new release from Arrow. Needless to say, I didn't get that, but I did come out with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 titles that weren't on my list. What can you do? First one I've heard mentioned before. Don't know anything about it, but it kind of piqued an interest as maybe one of those weird and wonderful ones that you know, I've heard about, that's all kinds of odd and I really need to check out for myself. As you can see, that was reduced down to $5.99. So the 101 red label release of Baghead. Blimey, can I see the writing on this? From the award-winning Duplass Brothers comes Baghead, a wildly funny send-up of low-budget horror movies starring Ross Partridge, Steve Zissis, Greta Gerwig and Elise Muller. So there you go. Send up low budget horror movies. So if anyone has seen that one, let me know. I would try and read the rest, but the colour of the writing on the back and the time of night with the lighting in here, there's no chance of me reading that. So any fans of Baghead, let me know in the comments. So that was the first purchase. Next one was an upgrade for me from DVD. Again, reduced in HMV sale down to $5.99. Now this is one that I have seen before. The DVD is on the side there for Lewis's collection, and this is it a remake? I think it is. Of the original one by David Cronenberg, and it's a film by the Soska sisters, I think it's pronounced. But yeah, I haven't seen this one for a good couple of years now, maybe a bit longer. So I am long overdue a rewatch, but I do recall it was one that I really enjoyed. So for $5.99 on Blu-ray, it wasn't one that I was going to turn down. So there we go, guys. There's Rabid. Right, next up, we have the limited edition. So I do like getting these where I can. I've already got Spookies on this release, and I think it's Mansion of the Doomed. So yeah, I do try and get these limited edition 101 box sets where I can. So this is one that I had seen in HMV before. It had kind of piqued an interest, something to do with like urban and punk people and things like that, a city in decay. So it had piqued an interest, and it was reduced from £17 down to £7.99 for the limited edition box set, and it is, if you can see there, spine number 21. I can actually read a little bit at the back of this. Right, 101 Films presents Penelope Spheris Syrian drama Suburbia from 1983, starring real-life punks. Now, that was something that I did read when I was looking into this one. Rather than using actors to play the punks in this movie, they got real-life punks to do it, which I thought was quite interesting. So yeah, starring real-life punks rather than trained actors, and featuring live performances from punk bands DI and TSOI and the Vandals. Suburbia is an authentic and compassionate study of the Los Angeles punk rock scene in the early 80s, and a bleak indicament of the American suburban experiment. Packed full of extras, as you would expect. But yeah, haven't seen it before, but like I say, one that had piqued my interest previously, and for £7.99 for the limited edition release, it wasn't one that I was going to leave behind. So there we go, guys. There's Suburbia. Next up, we do like a good massacre. I can't remember if this is one that I've seen before, but again, reduced in the sale from 15 down to £7.49. We have a bit of Meat Cleaver Massacre, and this is number 32A on the 101 Black Label. So that's that one. Classic grindhouse horror Meat Cleaver Massacre from 1976, this one. Released on Blu-ray for the first time in the UK. Confined only to drive-ins upon its original release. This trippy, telekinetic and brutal occult revenge film, blimey, that's a bit of a mashup, has gone on to become an underseen classic of the degenerate 70s schlock genre. Oh, I do like a good schlock. So there we go, Meat Cleaver Massacre. So looking forward to checking that one out for the first time, and £7.49 for a 101 Blu-ray. Crazy. So there we go. These next two. Now, this one I nearly missed, but thankfully, as we were escaping as quick as we could from HMV before they pinpointed the culprit for the well, I would say the mess that had been left downstairs, but the carnage that had been left downstairs by Nige, Lewis spotted these on the racks just as we were leaving. So although I'd already paid, I said to Lewis, right, I'm going to go back to the counter. I'm going to exchange this particular one, which I'd already bought on Blu-ray from downstairs, and I'm going to upgrade to the 4K release. And that title, guys, 4K 101, reduced from £25 to £12.49. Crazy. Slumber Party Massacre. So carrying on my my massacre subset as it seems to be becoming. I think I've already got Pool Party Massacre on DVD behind me, and I've got another one over there to show on a an upcoming pickups video that I've brought off Lewis. But yeah, Slumber Party Massacre, the 4K 101 release, £12.49. So yeah, definitely looking forward to checking that one out. I don't even know if I've seen the Slumber Party Massacres before, but crazy, £12.49. So there we go, that's that one there. Lewis has just messaged me, guys, all the best laid plans, back in a tick. And we're back again. There we go. Just spoke to Lewis. Sod's Law quiz night isn't on tonight, so but he is staying over at Spoons for a little bit. So there we go. Where was I? Slumber Party Massacre 4K, £12.49. So it would have been rude not to accompany that with Slumber Party Massacre 2. So any fans of the Slumber Party Massacre franchise, let me know in the comments. But again, £12.49 on the 101 black label, and that is 0.40. Much easier when I get my new glasses. So there we go, 0.40. So again, yep, looking forward to checking that one out coming up. So Slumber Party Massacre 2 4K. Right, from there, that was my HMV pickups. Like I say, more than likely, thanks to Nige, we got a lifetime ban. So thank you very much for that, Nige. From there, we moved across to the first of the two CXs. Now, I'd already got a chunk of stuff to trade in. I was after a particular second sight box set, depending if it was complete and in good condition. But while I was sorting that, Lewis was having a look across the DVD shelves in that particular CX, and he came across a couple of titles for me. Now, this one is an absolute stinker, but it's a full. I think it is Full Moon. I can't remember if it's called Full Moon. Moonstone, it says. But notorious as one of the worst films ever made. So I had to get it for shits and giggles and for a bit of a review on the channel. So Troll 2, but it's a Moonstone release. I don't think I've got any Moonstone ones in the collection, and I don't know if that's any relation to Full Moon. I know there's a bit of a cult following for Full Moon, so if anyone can shed any light on that, let me know. But yeah, Troll 2 for £4, so probably £3.99 more than it's actually worth. Like I say, supposed to be one of the worst films ever made. But yeah, for shits and giggles, we'll have it in the collection, and we'll give it a watch and a review on the channel. So there we go, Troll 2. Next up, Sam was having a good laugh about these. He's always talking to me about my recommendations for really low budget shit movies, including shitty shark movies, and I managed to get 2 shark movies for the collection. So Nige was rolling his eyes when I showed him these ones. So Mega Shark versus Crocosaurus for the princely sum £1.50. So that was a shitty shark one that I hadn't got in the collection already. And then, and this is it an, yeah, this is an Anchor Bay one as well. It's one of the Roger Corman ones, and it is Sharktopus. So incoming on the channel, guys, several more shitty shark movies over the coming weeks, so watch this space. But yeah, I've already got Dino Shark, which is again another Roger Corman one, and it's Anchor Bay, so that's on the shelf unit to the right hand side of where I'm sat amongst my Anchor Bay collection. But yeah, this one in there, £1.50 on DVD, and you can probably see, there you go, the Anchor Bay logo. So there we go, Sharktopus. So that's that one. Right, the main one that I actually, oh shit, do apologise. This one, it's a second sight box set, so if you don't hold it at the right angle, everything falls out. But yeah, absolutely buzzing to get hold of this release. Dog Soldiers. So next to American Werewolf in London, my second favourite. In fact, I'll probably say my joint favourite. I put this personally on a par with American Werewolf in London. I absolutely love it. Now this is an out of print one, so you can see there it does have the J card with it, so I'm gonna have to try and get that CX sticker off without tearing things. So let's take that off. There we go. But it is in absolutely pristine condition. It is out of print, so it cost me £48 in store credit. But as you can see there, it is complete with the art cards. It is complete with the chunky book and the digipack there with the 4K and the Blu-ray in. Where are we? That's that one there. There we go. And just to show you, there you go, 4K and Blu-ray. So absolutely superb artwork for, like I say, my joint favourite werewolf movie. Absolutely chuffed to bits to get that one. So I think I'd got, I can't remember, nearly £40 in store credit. So that out of print second sight has cost me less than a tenner. So super happy with that one. So that will go into the second sight collection that you can see on the shelf behind me. So there we go, finally Dog Soldiers. Right, and then we have another 4K. So I have already got the original John Wick on 4K. I've got John Wick 2 on Blu-ray currently, so I am looking to get that on 4K when I can. But yeah, this particular branch of CX had John Wick 3 for the princely sum of £6. So again, wasn't going to leave that one on the shelf for £6, and I absolutely love the John Wick franchise. I've only seen 1 to 3, so I'm still yet to see 4. But I'll upgrade 2 when I can, and I'll grab 4. I think John Wick 4 on the 4K is hovering around the £12 mark at the minute. So I'll keep an eye on the CX app. If I see it drop to a tenner and it's available locally, then I'll pop across and add that one into the collection as well. But yeah, absolutely love John Wick 1 to 3. So there we go. Nice addition to the collection, that one. Right, and then 2 to finish. This was one that I have seen before, and I think Tim over at Tim, he's changed his channel name now, something like Tim's Film Waffle, I think it is. Anyway, link in the description to Tim's channel. This is one that he's mentioned recently on one of his videos, so it piqued my interest again. It is one that I saw several years ago, but I haven't seen it since. So it was nice to add it into the collection on Blu-ray just for £3. So Oculus. And then to finish off, Lewis managed to find this one on the DVD shelf. So again, one that I hadn't got in the collection. I've got the original Reanimator, as that's an Anchor Bay release, but I hadn't got Beyond Reanimator, so it was nice to get it in the collection just for £2 and with a funky green case. So there we go, Beyond Reanimator. So yeah, again, an absolute age since I've last seen this one, so definitely one I'm looking forward to putting on and rewatching again soon. So there we go, guys. That's my pickups from when myself, Lewis, Nige and Sammy all met up in Middlesbrough last weekend. So thank you once again to Nige and Sam for coming across to Middlesbrough and meeting up with me and Lewis. Was an absolutely fantastic day, and definitely something that we'll look to repeat again soon. So yep, links in the description to everybody I've mentioned. For everybody else, let me know in the comments if you've seen any of those movies, particularly the ones that I haven't seen before that I've shown. If you are fans of those movies, let me know in the comments. So always nice to have that interaction with you guys. So there we go. That's my my video for today. I do apologise for the brief interruption while I replied to Lewis, but there we go. Joys of parenthood. So there we go. As always, guys, please remember to like, comment and subscribe and all that good stuff. And I'll be back later on in the week with another video. Bye for now, guys.